Hey, it's John with the 24 and 24. I'm here with Teresa Hoynes of FLEXFIT, and she's one of our great sponsors this year, helping with our 7th annual 24 and 24, where we're looking to boost ourselves over the $500,000 fundraising mark for children's cancer research. Teresa, first of all, thanks for having us today.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? How long have you been doing this? And kind of, how did you get into this?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do sports massage therapy here and clinical massage therapy. I got into this out of necessity.
Okay.
I was a single parent, and it was 2008. I got laid off from my job, and so I just needed something that was going to give me a career, and so I chose massage therapy. Luckily, I ended up liking it a lot and being pretty good at it, I think.
Yeah, right.
I started FLEXFIT in 2014, in November of 2014.
Okay, so
and
9 years.
And I started, when I did start, I did have a focus on CrossFit gyms.
Okay.
Because I was like, those people need it.
Oh.
I know they're gonna need it.
Yeah.
And it has worked. And I did CrossFit myself for about 4.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I still work with a ton of CrossFitters and a ton of CrossFit gyms in the area.
Well, you're based here out of CrossFit.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
off of exit 17.
I am.
So not too far away.
Yep. And the thing that makes us, I guess, different than traditional massage is everyone that works here is very honed into movement and what people's goals are. So we look at the functionality of the body. So rather than just where the pain is, we're looking to see how somebody moves, what their goals are, what their sport is, and what they're into. So really the demographic of people we see are all level athletes. So that's very like amateur, just normal people. And then we see some professional athletes, but
I think I've seen, you're helping high school kids, you're helping runners, you're helping everybody. I think I saw some things about, you either had some runners place in the Boston Marathon or something like that.
We work with some pretty cool people,
yeah,
for sure.
So you know all parts of the body, you understand sports,
Mm-hmm.
and especially CrossFit, so you kind of know the injuries that we have, mainly around the shoulders, shoulders and knees.
Absolutely,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And within our sessions, we offer a lot of things. So we do cupping, we do scraping, we do taping and stretching. So, and it's really dependent on what somebody comes in with and what we feel they need. So.
Okay, so let me ask you some questions and just treat me like I'm a 5th grader.
Absolutely.
When would we want to do clinical or therapeutic massage versus cupping, scraping? Scraping sounds horrible.
It does.
So
it
can you go through some of that stuff?
So it's really, it's all tied together. It's a fusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it really depends on what the therapist feels that the person needs. So I know for me, for example, when I know somebody needs cupping is usually when they have an area that's just so tight, it's hard for me to it's hard for me to use my hands. It's hard for me to do the manual therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And so once I feel that, it saves me a lot of time. I can just slap some cups on there, leave it on for a little bit, and then that loosens up the area very, very quickly. And then
it kind of creates a vacuum and
it
pulls the
does,
skin.
yeah. There's compression there. Where everything else we do is decompressive, cupping or where everything else we do is compressive, cupping is decompressive. So it really, really loosens up the area really fast. And then scraping, even though, yes, it does sound terrible, and it can be a little painful depending on where it is, it really helps with adhesion. So those stuck places in the muscle and the connective tissue, because you have connective tissue, you have muscle, they lie right on top of each other, so you get those stuck places where it just doesn't glide very well. Yeah, and so it doesn't glide very well. So scraping really helps kind of mobilize that tissue so that you move better, because that's really what stretching is. It's just gliding that tissue over.
Right, so it's going to help with mobility and all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fantastic. Let's see. Let's talk about. We are a week away from the 24 and 24 this year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You're going to have a table there.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you'll be doing, I'm guessing, some mini massages and stuff like that.
Yeah. We're going to be offering some sports therapy. Just really probably 10-minute sessions for the most part, just to kind of make sure everybody is getting ready, and then also during the competition, if somebody needs a little something here and there, we can be there for them and accommodate. So it'll be a lot of compression, stretching. We'll bring hypervolt, and then we will do taping. We're not going to bring tape, but if you guys want to bring kinesio tape or rock tape, we're happy to do that for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to ask them to they're going to be sweaty, so kind of clean up a little bit before you get on the table, because everybody's going to be using it.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, that would be great.
And also, though, don't be afraid to come get on the table just because you are working out. We work with athletes all the time. Like, we get it.
And they're going to bring cleaner and stuff. Just help them out a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
In
In the run-up, Okay, so you know, some of my athletes are like starting to freak out a little bit. I mean, 24 hours of 24 watts is a lot, and they might have some lingering stuff that's going on,
Sure.
shoulders or whatever. What are the types of things that if they have like clicking or something like that, can they come in kind of before the 24 and get some services work?
You can, and this is really what I tell anybody, regardless of the sport. If you have something you're building up to or something you're about to do, it's not so much about us fixing anything, right? At that point, you have probably just a tight spot that needs attention. It's probably going to need attention after it too. But what we can do is we can accommodate to try to help loosen the area to kind of mitigate that pain a little bit. It might not get rid of the issue, right? But it definitely helps to mitigate that pain. And then we can also give you some corrective exercise stuff and some stretching to do. And that's really good, you know, up to that competition. You can start doing that now, and maybe it won't be as much of an issue while you're competing, but also you just have to modify as needed too.
And I think that's really important for CrossFitters to hear this. Teresa is somebody that can help you work through your difficulties without asking you to stop doing what you're doing.
Right.
Now, I mean, obviously, we may not be able to put anything overhead for, you know, for a day or two, right? But she's going to find ways to allow you to keep doing what you like to do, which I think is key for CrossFitters and anybody that is not telling you to do that unless something's really cracked or whatever.
And I think the difference is I'm an athlete, and so I understand. Like if somebody tells me I can't lift, I'm like, what do you mean I can't? So I get it. So you just finding those modifications and allowing for people to have that quality of life. It's your quality of life. You know what I mean? You need that.
Super important to have an ex-CrossFitter or sometimes CrossFitter helping you with your stuff because you know us better.
I do.
Than doctors who don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, anything else you want to add? I think we covered everything.
I don't think so. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see everybody. I think it's going to be great.
When will the table be open during the event?
So we're going to be there Friday night from about 6 to 10, and then we're going to be there again on Saturday from 12 to 3. So Gina and Trish are going to be my two therapists that are going to actually be seeing everybody. I'll be there too a little bit just to kind of rally behind them and say hey to everybody. But yeah, that's when we'll be there.
Right on. And if you're seeing this, obviously the athletes that are participating in the 24 and 24 will have like some priority, but if you just want to get in and get worked in a little bit, maybe that wouldn't hurt things either, right?
Yeah.
So, come feel the joy.
Oh, and we will be taking, we will be charging, but everything that we take goes to the rally.
I think that's awesome.
So,
Thank you for doing that for us.
Of course.
We are super close now. We're within, I think when I checked last, we're within 22,000 of raising enough money for 500,000, and I believe that we're only about 12,000 away from being able to name our first grant and the first $50,000. So thanks for everybody that's been fundraising for us or has given. And thank you again for being a sponsor this year. And we look forward to see you in about 1 week.
I know. Right, I heard your elbow pop.
It does. Yeah, it does that right now. We can talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
Anyway, all right. Thanks, and we'll see you in a week. Bye.
Okay, bye.